everyone, this is Jeanette with Jandapanda Treasures and kind of on a sterling journey here. I've been working on this guy right here for a little while now, and I have a few of these. I got them from Sue from Denim to Diamonds, and she might have some. She will, sell you a few of them or tell you where to get them, but I think she does sell them. So on this piece, I did use the dip on this part, but it's going slow, and I couldn't really use the dip on these separation pieces, so I thought I would try using this polisher. And this is probably the next best thing. It's better than the extra elbow grease. It's a little less difficult to polish as opposed to something like this. This is good for just finishing, the piece. Now it's doing a pretty good job on those hard to get to areas. But I think this piece looks more modern, and it probably should be polished to look really, really good. This one will most likely go onto eBay after I polish it, because this one, it won't look good if I get all that tarnish out. It won't look as nice because I like the vintage tarnish that's on it. And these are non-abrasive. These things feel kind of like those magic erasers, but I've tried magic erasers before, and they don't work as good as these pads do. So if you contact Sue at Denim to Diamonds, she might have enough to so you can purchase from her, because that's where I got mine from. But see, if you've got a piece like this with like a lot of excess tarnish, you're going to go through a lot of these. So I kind of use these as, detail. Now, okay, so yesterday, or the last video, I used this. And I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to switch over to silver polished, because there really isn't a lot. This shouldn't harm the stones, but I try to avoid them. And you can tape off the stones if you want, just to protect them. At this point, I'm just going to try and finish up the rest of the band and the inside with the Wymans. And the lid kind of dries into itself. So, you can tell when somebody's using something for a while. So let me find something that I can, okay. This one, I just want to find a piece of plastic. There we go. There we go. So I honestly don't want to use a whole bunch of this. Dry Q-tip. And you can use any kind of cloth, any kind of rag, as long as it's not abrasive, to hit these spots a little bit. And this is actually, what I like about it is removes and resists tarnish. So that's a good thing, resisting the tarnish. So there must be some sort of protective coating on it. Now I'm getting into this difficult area here, so I am going to have to rinse this off in water to get the excess cleaner or polishing compound out. So let's see what happens here. So it does help because there's a lot less of this excessive, polishing or, Let's see what happens. I've gone so far as to use a buffing wheel to get these tarnish spots out. But this is just, a demonstration. I'm not going to do the whole thing here. Because there's other things I want to show you. Some other pretties. Okay, so see how it's really, that tarnish is really in there. Another thing I like about the tarnish remover is it's all those blotted looking areas. They have pretty much disappeared. So yeah, you want to clean it off as much as you can. Rinse it off with mild soap and water. Oh wow, that's mirror finish. Yeah, so that's a good my little tips of the day. So this is really good for the detail, trying to get into the detail areas. This is like a good cloth for just an overall finish, to finish it all off. So, yeah, I think that's my plan, is probably to use the Wyman's and these two polishing cloths to finish this. And soap and water to get the stuff out of the crevices. Anyways, let me move this aside. Okay, that stuff can get all over the place. That's why I have this dirty mat here, because I'm kind of doing a little bit of work, dirty work. So I put stuff in this bin that I've already shown. So this is what I'm going to bring on Sunday. So be on the lookout. There's going to be some costume, a little of this, a little of that. Just don't want any excess. Look at my fingers just from the tarnish. Oh my goodness. This is cool. This is acrylic. It could be lucite, but this is a set. So we've got, looks like faux abalone to me, but they're acrylic, clip-ons, vintage. And here is the matching bracelet. This is lightweight because it is acrylic. But look at the colors. Oh my goodness. So, get my tape measure, measure out this bracelet. 8 inches. So, well, yeah, a little under 8 inches. And then I'll talk about this watch. I think it's keeping good time, so I like it. Yeah. It's a little on the big side, but it's just really cool. It's on the big side. It's a little larger for me, but everybody's built differently, so. We'll talk about this watch. Okay, first of all, it's a Timex. It is keeping time. I imagine that it needs some adjustment. I'm not familiar with how these things work. I'm not going to mess with it, but it is a working watch. And like I said, it is keeping good time. And Timex takes a licking, keeps on ticking. But what this watch really is it's Navajo watch tips. So, and this is probably something, I believe the battery has been changed in this, because the watch back is not on there straight, and I could see over here where the little lip is to pop it open, there is a scratch. So this has been open probably to replace a battery. This tips right here are sterling, and there's coral and maybe that's spiny oyster. I don't know. You can find spiny oyster in the turquoise mills. So, and this looks like it's been polished before because I see a little bit of the polish that's stuck in there. I don't see my stick. Oh wait, there is something in, yeah, here it is. Sometimes you can take a bamboo stick or a wooden stick and go in there and just kind of get rid of that stuff. But see how there's a gap here? I mean, it's not an imperfection. It's just that if you stick this in any kind of liquid, the liquid might stay and cause damage. Yeah, I think this is a good little tool. Anything wooden is not going to cause too much damage. I mean, you could, if you tried really hard, you could probably damage pieces with wood, but if you're gentle enough, and you know, I wouldn't have a problem right here just kind of polishing this area just to make those, you know, turquoise stones pop. But this is just a beautiful, beautiful piece. And it is keeping time. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Let me put these guys away. This is my project piece. Never ends, never ends. Okay, so this is a beautiful dragonfly. It is sterling. It is vintage. And it has amber. It has this type of closure. And just making sure the closure works. It's just very pretty. Yes, the closure works. Dragonfly, amber. I do not see a 925 mark, but it is sterling. So. Let's see if there's anything bold and beautiful. Okay, now these are sterling beads. Is there a mark? Where is my loop? Here it is. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. MP Sterling, it might be a maker. Now these are not bench beads. You can tell the difference between, you know, sterling silver beads and bench beads. Bench beads are usually Native American made, and they're two pieces that are welded together, and sometimes bench beads have, you know, kind of a pinch around the center or the middle. And the other thing about bench beads is that the more rare ones, or the more, the ones that have, you know, actual like marks similar to, you know, anything like this, you know, any kind of embossing in there, is all hand done for Native American. But these are not Native American beads. I do not know if these are made Native American. I'm going to look up this MP. But those are beautiful sterling. Nine-inch drop, so 18 inches. So that's a nice length. No complaints, that's very pretty. Where's the plastic that this came out of? Yeah. Okay. What are these? Carnelian and amethyst. These look like they're homemade. These look like thicker wires too. Don't know how old they are. Yeah, these. I don't know if these are sterling or not. But anyway, you have a lovely pair of earrings. Stone. And, you know, they're lightweight. Sometimes stone can be heavy, but these are not that heavy. Oh, wow. Labradorite, and this one is like rainbow colors. This also could use a nice polish. Well, maybe not. It might be intentionally tarnished. The bail's 925, and so is the pendant. And look at the rainbow on that labradorite. So pretty. This needs a nice little chain. Wow. Gorgeous. Look at the rainbow. Oh my goodness. What is this? Oh, this is Premier Designs. It's Premier Designs toggle necklace. Another one's 9-inch drop. This must have been from a swap meet or something, because needs clasp. Okay, so this might not be the original bag. Fry Rich. Okay, so this isn't the original bag. Let's see some other. Oh, here's the Tiffany. And I bought this because I wanted the chain. This is a promotional Tiffany partner piece right here. So this will probably go into refining. But this is a perfect candidate for the dip, because this chain is tarnished, but it's a beautiful chain. It is marked Tiffany. So let me take a measurement. Now, in order to get this off, I will have to undo that. And I think I can. Okay, don't cringe that I'm taking apart a Tiffany necklace. I want to salvage the neck chain, or the necklace chain. So, yes, come my little workshop. So yeah, Google Tiffany chains. Because some people have, you know, their Tiffany chain broke or something on one of their necklaces. So they need another Tiffany chain. And that's okay. You know, somebody's going to have it. All right, so this is marked sterling. So I will put that in my sterling scrap. I'm going to put it in something, right? I think there's a baggie in here somewhere. All right. Those pieces go in there. I think I dropped it. The bail. Oh, here it is. It's in there. Not the bail, but yeah, it is a bail, kind of. It's just a jump ring. So, and right on here, 925 scrap. And this is the piece that I am keeping. And this is the piece that's going to go into the dip. Let's see how pretty it comes out. Okay, so you see what it looks like here. It's kind of dirty-ish. So you can kind of see that this clasp right here is the shiniest part, and you can see how dirty the rest of it is. So it's going to go into this, and it doesn't take long. It only takes like less than a minute. Swish it around in there. Let me hold it while I swish so I don't knock it over. See what it looks like. Always have paper towels on standby. Whoops. Oh, wow. That made a big difference. I'm going to probably end up doing this again because it does look a little bit mottled, but so let's do that one more time. And this is good for solid pieces and chains. So I wouldn't put anything that's hollow in anything liquid because the liquid can stay. I'll give it a good swirl in there. Always close this as soon as you're done. You don't want this spilling anywhere. Plus it stinks, so why would you want that open? Ventilation, please, ventilation. Yeah, that did a really good job. Yeah, I'm very pleased. I mean, there's certain products that are needed for certain types of cleaning. And this is, the dip is really good for chains. And believe me, I got this tip from Gina. She said, why don't you get a dip? You know, because paste and all that stuff is just not, it's just, you're working too hard. So this chain, let's measure it out. And the measurement is 9 inches. So it's an 18-inch Tiffany chain. And the Tiffany mark, of course, is always right there. Might be upside down. Is it? Is it? Is it? No, I had it right there. No, there it is. Tiffany and Company. And 925 on the clasp. And it's just a beautiful chain. All right. I'll put this in something. Put it in here. So it's an 18-inch Tiffany chain. Okay, Tree of Life. And this has been this is the intentional design. And it looks like it fits me. Love this amber ring. It is so pretty. But here is the Tree of Life. And there's also a pair of earrings over here. So I'm going to call this a marriage. They look like they could go together. sterling tree of life pierced. And a ring. They're pretty dang close. There's no mark on here, but where would you put a mark? You know what? I'm going to test these anyway. This one, I believe, is marked. I mean, it looks and feels like sterling. Yeah, that's got a 925 mark in there. And everything. Well, there's a lot more curlicues on this one. And these don't have as many curlicues, but it's really nice. Other pretties I have in here. What does this mean? 925 cat's eye. Look at these gorgeous pieces. These look like they're Mexico. Look at the cat's eye on those babies. And these have some weight to them. This one looks like it's been repaired. But that's not a bad thing. I think that if you can salvage earrings like these, it's a good thing. Wow, those are beautiful. Really cool moon. This one needs some polishing. A moon brooch. This looks like it's Mexico. A little elbow grease. And you need to give yourself some time to do this. Do it so that you can enjoy the process. Because, yeah, I'm probably going to have to use the paste on this. But that's really cool. Okay. Yeah, let's see if there's anything else of note over here. Some of this stuff is pretty small and very difficult to show on a live stream. So let me put this stuff up here. Because there's other things I want to show. Well, this one, all I can say is, wow. It is in very, very good condition. This is quite heavy, the bag part. And then if you look at the intricate design on the structure here, and the inside is in impeccable condition. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's got a little tiny side pocket. It does need a little bit of a stitch there, but it feels like silk. This really feels like silk. And then I believe it to be sterling. I will test it. I believe the chain needs a dip, so I'm kind of trying to figure out how to do that. But to clean this is going to take quite a bit of time and a lot of patience. So this is the back. This is the front with this enamel painting in here. Looks deco to me. And then the inside, I don't know if this is sterling or not. The chain feels sterling. These guys feel sterling. I'm gonna have to test this part, but it wouldn't matter anyway because this does have, I mean, it's gotta be what, at least 100 years old. What do you think? Let's see if I can, oh yeah, the lining will come out. I'm doing this very gently. And this is the only place I see where it needs a little bit of a stitch. Nothing, it's not torn. It came loose. It looks like all of this work has been hand done. You can see the tiny little itty bitty stitches there. Oops. To make this little interior pouch. Look at the bric-a-brac. And I don't see any lipstick stains in here. Or anything like that. But the silk is just in incredible condition. And this could very well have been replaced maybe in the, 50s or something. I don't know. But it's just a beautifully done. I mean, back then they handmade these things. So, and I'm not going to fuss too much with this. Little snags like this are to be expected. You might be able to take a little bit of scissors just to shorten that. Yeah, so I've got it in this velvet box. Let's see, what else do I have in here? Some gorgeous brooches. I've got lots of polishing cloths. Oh, this is a nice one. What's in this box? Oh. Oh, this might be from the estate. Maybe. I'm thinking it is. This is one earring. This would make a beautiful pendant. Yeah. Oh, these are cute little seashells. I think they're glass. Yes, these are glass. This I rescued. I think this was probably going to go to a refinery because they will take out the stone. It probably had crushed turquoise in there. Set in resin. Mexico piece. And then these guys are also sterling. This one's banged up like somebody stepped on it. This is a pendant. I'd have to test those stones. They're brilliant. I mean, look at and I don't know what this is. Is it stone or is it, yeah, that's either stone or glass. Yeah, these are cool. And then this is sterling. And this is a sterling finding. So if I come across a sterling vintage piece, I think that would be, I'm going to put this in my fix-its. One. I was going to test that for gold. There might be a little bit of gold on there. But that's, maybe the other earring will show up. It might be in here. Senior prom, 1961. Somebody's little history bracelet. This one's sterling. South Carolina. It's a charm bracelet, but it's somebody's history, you know? Happy birthday. Yeah. Somebody's memories. Yeah, there's tons. I mean, there's so many different things in here. Oh, this is cool. I don't know if I've ever shown this, but I love it. And I want to do more research on it. I probably did some research on it. This is a set. It looks modern era, and it's sterling. I like this kind of earring. Beautiful pendant. And there is it's kind of like a shepherd's hook situation. These are kind of like my eBay stash, things that I want to put on eBay. You know, like the purse, 9-inch drop. And I don't know what that material is, but it's set in sterling. And it's very lightweight chain, but it is sterling. So, yeah. Where is Walden? Walden. I wonder if that's the brand name. I don't see any marks on here. Yeah, I have, you know, a few interesting pieces, and I am more than happy to share them. Oh, here's another. This I think is a Monet. No, yeah, this is a Monet silver tone. There might be other types in there. This is sterling. There's a cable car. Might say San Francisco on there. I don't know if that's sterling, but Florida is sterling. I'm pretty sure these shoes are sterling. This is sterling. Trulson sterling. Not bad. A poodle. And this is what actually Monet did, is that they put them on spring rings so you can just easily attach them. So this one is not, I always, you know, happy birthday. A bell. See if it rings. Well, it's hard to, yeah, well, it clacks. That's about it. Is there any other? Yeah, these are my eBay items. This is also quite nice. This is sterling with all kinds of lovelies in it. We've got amber, looks like spiny oyster. I don't know what this stone is. These Baroque pearls. This is so nice. Look at that. Back it up a little bit. Yeah, so I will be on the 26th of October, and I'm going to change it to 12 o'clock. I think that it's a good time. And if you see anything in here, let me know. I will bring it. What is this? Faux pearl necklace. Are they sure? Sterling silver and a faux pearl. Well, if you don't know, you don't know, right? Let's see what's going on here. These are gold tone pearls. And they are on sterling. And here are the matching pearls on the... All right, well, feel faux, but they feel like they're glass. So they're nice pearls. They're nice costume pearls, but it's on sterling. And at least it says it's on sterling. I'm going to test it anyway. When I see this, I think sterling, but it's not marked. I'll test them because I don't want to sell it, even though it says on the paperwork it's sterling. Oh, it says 950 sterling. Okay. I have no way to test for 950, but I'm hoping that it comes out a brighter blue on the black stone. So we'll see what happens with these, because that would be fun. Oh, it's just, I'm always seeing something interesting. Yeah, this is really old, whatever this is. I mean, as far as what it is. I mean, I know it's a necklace, it's a choker, but these discs, they're cool. This is cool. Yeah, I'll get this all organized, get ready for tomorrow, and we will have a sale. How about that? Get rid of my garbage, my little wires, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, and thank you for watching.